to another episode of Cooking with Jen. Today we're going to make a very simple and wholesome seafood porridge. So in Chinese it's actually called 海鲜泡饭. So we're doing it the Teochew style and not the traditional Cantonese kind of a thick porridge. So it's watery. Basically we'll cook the broth first and then we add in the rice later. So it's simple, it's comforting and it's delicious. Let's take a look at the ingredients. Firstly, we need the ikan bilis. This makes the stock really sweet and tasty. We need fresh red garoupa slices. Make sure that your ingredients are really fresh because it really makes a difference in the taste of the porridge. So we need fresh prawns as well, about 10 to 12. So we need, and Japanese asari clam, about 10 to 12 as well. For the scallop, the prawn and the fish, I've actually marinated with sesame oil, a little bit of salt and pepper. And of course, this is really important, the prawn shells, because this adds flavor and it makes the broth very thick and rich and with the taste of the seafood. Without this, the taste of the soup will be very flat. We need dried scallops as well, another important ingredient that makes the soup really sweet. Garlic, shallots, and just a little bit of ginger. This gets rid of the fishiness. Seasoning, we need the light soy sauce. Do not add too much, otherwise your soup gets really salty. A bit of pepper, sesame oil, and some salt. Now that we've got all the ingredients, let's get started. Firstly, I'm going to add some grapeseed oil into the pan. Feel free to add whatever oil you have, whatever vegetable oil, corn oil or any kind of oil is good. And I'm going to wait for the oil to heat up a little. Once the oil is slightly hot, I'm going to add the shallots, followed by the diced garlic. And I'm going to stir fry the garlic and the onion till they are really fragrant. Wow, I can already smell the aroma coming out from the garlic and the onion. So what I'm going to do now is to add the prawn shells. This is really important and you have to make sure that all the prawn shells are cooked thoroughly before you add them into the soup. So I'm going to press the prawn to make sure that you squeeze the brain out. This gives the stock a very rich flavor. So it's almost looking orangey now, so I still have some grey ones, so I'm going to cook till all the prawn shells are orange. Okay, I've been cooking these prawn shells for about 3 minutes, so look at how they are fully cooked now, and I can smell the nice aroma. Okay, so just continue to press to make sure that the brains come out and the flavors are all coming through really nicely. Okay, I'm actually cooking the rice in the rice cooker, so I prepared like 3 cups of rice with about 3 3/4 cups of water. So it's now cooking. We want to keep it separate because we don't want it to be thick like the Cantonese porridge, because this is supposed to be the pao fan and not the traditional Cantonese porridge. So we're doing the soup now. So I'm boiling the water and I'm going to add in my ikan bilis, followed by the dried scallops. And I'm going to add in my prawn shells that really give it that very sweet flavor. And I'm going to add in a little bit of sesame oil. just about a teaspoon of light soy sauce. I wouldn't add the salt at this moment because I think it's going to be salty enough, so it will come later. So I'm going to stir for a couple of minutes. And I'm going to add a bit of ginger. Ginger is just to get rid of the fishiness, so I will remove the ginger later after maybe about 10-15 minutes. Some people like the taste of ginger, so they just leave it inside the broth. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is just to leave this to simmer for about 30 minutes and cook under low heat. I've been cooking this broth for about half an hour. You can actually cook it for a longer period, about an hour or so, but half an hour it looks quite alright now. So what I'm going to do is to poach the prawns first. Now prawns cook really quickly, so you don't need to cook for too long, so just about 2 to 3 minutes, and yet then you should set aside the prawns because we don't want to overcook the prawns. Great, it's done. So I'm going to set the prawns aside. And I'm going to cook my clam, the asari clam, which also takes just a couple of minutes to cook. The clams also has a very sweet flavor, so it really enhances the broth. The clams are done, they're looking so beautiful, so I'm going to set them aside as well. Now I'm going to cook the scallops. The scallops are done as well, so I'm going to set aside. All these seafood take only a short while to cook, so we want to make sure that they still taste fresh and succulent and not hard or, you know, overcooked. You can use whatever fish you like, snapper or cod, or this is done as well, so I'm going to set aside. And continue to simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. Now I'm going to remove the prawn shells and the ginger. Okay. The scallops can stay in because they are really sweet and delicious, and they add flavor to your porridge. Now I'm going to add in all the seafood again and cook for another 5 minutes. The seafood porridge is done. Instead of adding the rice in, I've decided to just pour the stock over the rice so that, you know, I can keep it for later. If not, when you add everything in, then it becomes too mushy. So I'm going to turn off the heat now, and I'm going to add in the ingredients on top of the rice. Okay, I'm going to add the finishing touch, which is the furikake norikatsu, because I really like the taste of this. It really adds a crunchy, and the flavor is really enhanced after adding this. So I'm going to try a little bit of the broth. It tastes really awesome. Thank you for watching another episode of Cooking with Jen. Try making this at home. I'm sure you'll love it. It's nutritious, it's wholesome, and it's comforting, and it's great for rainy days, and it's also versatile. You can have it for lunch, for breakfast, or for dinner.